Well, aren't you a curious one? Do you want to know the tales of my Chanel journey? A journey that I once thought would be slow and easy, but then later turned out to be a fast and dangerous one. I'm kidding, but not really. I did get a couple of requests from you ladies to show you my whole Chanel handbag collection. So in this video, I will share with you my handbag collection in a chronological order from my very first piece to my newest one. I will also share with you each of their stories and my thought processes as to why I chose these handbags. The story will be split into two parts because it'll be a very long video and ain't nobody got time for that. So grab your snacks and your drinks because this girl is about to tell you the tales of these handbags. With every tragic story, it always begins with a great beginning. Like many of you, I started my Chanel journey with a medium black classic flat bag in Caviar with gold hardware. I genuinely thought it would be my one and only luxury bag, but we all know how that turns out. This is a pretty special bag to me because it has a lot of sentimental and emotional value. And believe it or not, it is actually my engagement ring. Okay, before you judge me for choosing a bag over a ring, hear me out, okay? After my husband and I agreed to get married, I started to do my research on diamonds. You know, the whole shebang, the cut, color, clarity, everything, table circumference, whatever, everything. Midway through my research, I realized I don't want a diamond ring. I don't like to wear jewelry as much, but I've always dreamed of owning a Chanel handbag. And little old me thought it'd be a lot cheaper than a diamond ring. I was dead wrong. So depending on the diamond's characteristics, the price of the flap is actually slightly cheaper, or if not, a lot more. And I was like, let's look at the price increases over time. And as we all know, diamond increases with inflation, and Chanel just loves to play with your emotions and increase their prices every year like a mad person. So I presented my findings to my husband. Plus, between you and me, I always knew that my husband would get me a ring eventually, but I know that the prices of the diamonds won't be increased like freaking crazy. So then I told him, hey, this is better than a ring because look at the resale value versus the diamonds, and forever strapped on cash, we can always just sell the classic flap and get if not all of our money back. And he was like, okay. Then a few weeks later, my husband took me out hiking and he proposed to me with a Chanel classic flap bag. Think Mr. Big and Carrie from Sex and the City, but with a Chanel handbag, and we were out hiking. Just when you thought your Chanel journey would stop with a quintessential Chanel black classic flap, you're wrong. You start to then dream about the beige Clair classic flap because it is such a classic color, pairs so well with a lot of your clothes, especially spring-summer clothing. That was the case with my next piece, the 2019 Iridescent Beige Classic Flap. I initially went into the boutique to take Miss Beige Clair home. I was excited to see her. However, as soon as I saw her, I was like, who is she? Did I get catfished? I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a beautiful color, but on the photos, it showed more of a light beige, which is what I was looking for. In person, she was more peachy, yellowish, and I didn't consider that as my perfect beige. It may have been a perfect color for some, but to me, that wasn't the case. My fashion advisor was able to read my face really well because girl just whipped out the 19S Iridescent Beige from the cabinet and be like, what about this one? I was like, ooh, girl, I like that. There, she looked sparkly and beautiful. Miss Iridescent Beige added the perfect light to my life. However, one thing I did notice about this particular flap is that the leather is pretty thin and wrinkles pretty easily. I brought this up to my fashion advisor, but the store manager heard and she was like, animals are just like us. We wrinkle too. I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just take her home. Okay, I'll take it. For our next handbag, my mother passed me down her light blue jumbo classic flap. I believe it was from 2018. She doesn't get a lot of use from it because she's very casual and very low-key with her handbags. Unfortunately, I do not use it as much as well because A, I don't carry a lot of stuff, and B, it doesn't look proportional to my frame. But jumbo flaps are great. They're chic, they're functional. They're great for carrying many essential items such as emotional baggage, existential dread, panic, etc. Oh, okay, so this is where our story gets a little weird because the next few pieces I'm about to share are the ones that I impulsively bought. And this is what happens when you find a really good fashion advisor and mix it with price increases, emotional buys, and just falling deep into the brand. Kind of like getting drunk and making bad decisions that you can't really undo. It was like I entered the boutique, blacked out, and suddenly, hello, hi, I have a bag to like sneak inside the house. Remember when I said that you will never be satisfied with just, the classic colors? Now you're thinking, I need another color. It would go great with these outfits. I just need this one. And the cycle just goes on and on. So I bought this navy blue chevron statement flap from spring summer 2019 because navy blue would add a perfect pop to my pastel colored clothing without, the harshness of black. Plus, I also wanted a flap in chevron pattern due to its edgy yet feminine vibe. Anyways, as I was trying on this beautiful statement flap, I spot this shiny red boy wallet on a chain. I told my fashion advisor, can I see that too? I tried it on and whim, wham, bam, done. She went home with me. Honestly, I don't know what made me like, all right, swipe, swipe. The next piece I hunted down was a reissue. Because how can I call myself a Chanel lover if I didn't own a piece that Coco Chanel designed herself? I was at the boutique with my family around August 2019 and I asked my fashion advisor if she had any more reissues in the sizes 225. She brought out a few reissues and I was trying them on. Unfortunately, my dress happened to match really well with one of the bags. I was like, oh my gosh, this matches my dress better than the iridescent beige. All my thought processes went out the window and suddenly I have a red reissue in the back of my car that I left overnight, woke up at 3 a.m. and snuck it inside so my husband wouldn't see. True story right there. So this brings us to our next story. It is a story about a boy, a perfect boy that I have been patiently waiting for. It is the Chevron Old Medium Chanel Boy in Caviar with Ruthenium hardware. Another iconic piece that Karl Lagerfeld designed. And I thought, you know what? I need this to complete my collection. I was actually in Utah when I bought this bag over the phone because my fashion advisor had messaged me, hey, there's someone waiting for you, and sent a pic. And I was like, oh my God, like, my stuff. Please get it done. And she was like, okay. With him by my side, I felt everything was nice, peaceful. I felt my collection was finally complete. But with Karl Lagerfeld's last collection rolling out, I found myself looking at other handbags. I started to peek, look, temptation started to grow. So I made an excuse to go to the boutique because it is his last collection after all. I at least need to check out his last pieces. Well, mademoiselles, I will have to cut our story short here. I will continue the great tales of my Chanel journey next Saturday because I ran out of juices and snacks. This girl is hungry and thirsty. As always, if you like these kind of videos, don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe so you get the notification for part 2. Bye!